Hey, good morning to all my family, friends, and followers. This is Dan of the Rust Buster coming at you from East Hartford, Connecticut on a pretty nice, cool Tuesday morning. I wasn't here yesterday. I was working on some Goldie stuff, and I got an update on her later on. But here we are back at the 69 Dodge Coronet 500 440. This is only I think the third or fourth video on this one, and this is the car that got creamed in the rear end, hit so hard that it bent the frame rails, kinked the other quarter, kinked up the center support panel. It just really wasted the whole ass end of the car. Well, the owner searched the country, and before I came on board, he had all his parts ready to go. Well, as far as the salvage goes, he got them from Arizona. He got something from New Mexico. So this is all Chrysler uh, parts. You know, these aren't reproduction. The Yeah, that's right. They all are, with the exception of the floor pans and the trunk pans, and those are the top quality. So what I've been doing is working my way back and getting ready and putting all my parts in order. And come to find out, it was no big surprise when you go to get your final stages. The car was actually had a twist to it, and what I did was I sighted it through the back window to a couple of points that I made on the dash. So when you look through it, you look across the two corner seams here and there, and kind of rock back and forth, and you can see to the dashboard where I put those two. And the owner is a general contractor, and he can see from a half a mile away if something's out by an eighth of an inch. Well, I got it down to where he says, you know what, she's good. So I shimmed up the body supports and the frame here and there. So now it's a case of the body is straight all the way back from the doors and the fenders. Now what I'm going to do is bring the frame up to match the body. It's just the way this car was put together. It's not a full frame like the older General Motors. Uh, so it's gonna. That's what I'm doing today. The frame is only held in by a couple of tacks where it's slammed into the, well, not slammed, where it's attached to the mid mounts. So it's all still pretty loose. So I'm going to start working from the rear seat, that hump, and start working my way back little by little and keep an eye on the square. She's going to tell me when she's going together right. She's going to tell me when she's not feeling right. There's no hammering and beating the shit out of it to get it into submission. Everything has to fall into place like it did. So all that said, I'm going to get to it, and within a couple of days I'll be shooting prime. And as you can see, the deck lid lays down nice. I threw the part of the gasket in there. The seam is right all the way around. It's about a quarter inch. These are cast aluminum trim pieces. Everything is fitting up. Even to the doors. Hey, it doesn't get much better than that, folks. For a car that was pretty much totaled. That's the way that the passenger side door closes the same. So the gaps are consistent all the way around. The doors open and close. I've got I mean, I'm not talking like the car was twisted up like a pretzel. It was just enough for that hit to knock it a little bit out of square. But seeing as how I did the inner fender wells, the whole rear seat hump on top of the frame, all that was replaced with the parts from salvage. So as I was going along, where I cut the original ones out and put in the replacement parts, I had marks everywhere so that it landed in the same place. It wasn't a wild guess. It wasn't a slam and a bang. It was really tricky for the collision without a frame machine doing it in the dirt. It can be done. However, if it was on a frame machine, the job would have gone faster. But not everybody has $80,000 worth of tools hanging around to do that kind of stuff. And the owner didn't want to send it out because it ends up being a lot more. They have a way of making it a lot more than it really is. So that's where I am today. You see, probably up on the around the glass. I want to get that glass back in today. Keep the water. It's time to start where the windows can roll up and keep the water out. We're at that point now, and that's about it. The first time I posted this, I'll let you know. I posted it on a Dodge Facebook page. I had more hecklers. I had more people calling me names that I was a hack. I had no right to be doing it in the dirt. I shouldn't be charging anybody money for doing this. It's going to dry. The car's never going to run again. The car is going to go down the street like a crab. I heard it all. Well, you know what? What I say to them in sign language is like this. Okay, within a week or so, this car is gonna be starting and moving out of here under her own power, and we're gonna get her out onto the asphalt, and that's where that's where the proof is gonna be in the proverbial pudding. All right, and so this is probably my 75th or 80th video on YouTube. So I've got 40 or 50 cars that I've done in the past couple years since I started on YouTube. I haven't failed yet. They come square. When I'm done with them, they go to the body shop. Those guys make their magic. My metalwork doesn't lift or rust or blister up. None of that shit. And that's not luck. That's not blowing smoke. That's not, just because. It's because it's really because this is my passion. This is what I do. This is what I really get off on, is snatching these old girls from the jaws of death, and saving the owner from sending it out to a restoration shop where they only know that it's going to Barrett Jackson, it's going to Pebble Beach, it's going to the concourse. That's the way these restoration shops work. They don't do it the way I do it. They do restoration, I do repair. This is gonna when the car is done, the amount that he puts into it, it's going to come back threefold. There's no doubt about that. If he was to send it out to a restoration shop, he'd be into it for 120. The car is worth 115. What did you gain? Nothing besides heartache. So this is the way I go about it. Stay tuned. And for those who that see this, hey, come on, help old Dano out. Subscribe, share, make a couple of comments. That's what really makes these videos travel far. All right. And once again, from East Hartford, Connecticut, nice sunshiny day. No breeze yet, no rain, but I'll take what I can get. Until then, thank you and have a nice day.